Hey guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be situating my camera here for a second because, like, I gotta show you guys what we're gonna be working on. Um, I am doing. Let me see if I can bring it to the camera like this. I made a this vintage looking Barbie out of a Dollar Tree Barbie. So let me see. See, I'm trying to get this in frame. This is not easy to get in frame. Okay, just a second, guys. Let me see the best way I can do this. In fact, maybe I can just stand it up. Just a second, please. Okay, there we go. There we go. And you guys can get a view of what's behind me in my craft room. Okay, hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is what we're working on. This is what we're going to be making. So this is a Dollar Tree Barbie. Over in the kids section, I picked up this Barbie. And what the Barbie looks like originally, well, I already started preparing it, prepping the Barbie. So this is what the Barbie looks like, but it doesn't come out white like this. It just comes out, and so what I did is I cut off all the hair. I spray painted the Barbie with some white spray paint, some flat white spray paint, or you could do a flat white primer. Then I take whatever type of craft paint, and I like to use an off-white vanilla color and painted her. You could do a really pretty light baby pink. I think that would be pretty. You could paint the damn thing red, whatever you want to do. But so that's why she looks a little bit. Oh no, I already did paint her that color. So I did paint her the off-white vanilla color. Okay. Because I just like the way that looks. But I do want to do one where I do like a light baby pink. I want to do one where I spray different colors all over. So I'm going to keep making these, bringing these videos to you guys. And just when I do different ones. Anyway, so the hair is yarn. I'll show you guys how to make this little wig or the hair. This is little clippies that I get from a local dollar store here. Okay, now, oh, and this right here, her jewelry, I'll go through her jewelry and what I make the her little top out of. This is a book. This is what her body's made of, is a book. Is a torn out book, and the pages are folded in, and I'll show you that too. So, this is what we're going to make. So, let's get started. And the first thing we're going to start out with is the book. And this is what the body is and the base of it, so your Barbie can stand up. All right, so let me move this out of the way. And bring the book over and resituate my camera. Just a second, please. All right, so now let's bring this down. Bring this down. Oh no, not me. Down. Okay. And the size, because someone will ask me, I don't even have a, it doesn't matter the size, whatever size you want your the body of your baby. So this almost looks like a little smaller than 8.5 by 11. Actually, it's smaller than that. I can't believe I don't have a ruler right by me. But anyway, it doesn't matter how big or how small. Kind of look at it and see how tall you want your Barbie to stand up and how the size of the body you want. So, all right, so you ripped it out from its binding, and there we are. So how I started to get this is you just simply take your pages and fold them in like this. And this is it. It is not a big deal. And you just keep going. I already had done this pretty much. Not pretty much. I did do almost all of it. I just had like maybe 4 or 5 pages left. So I thought, let me just hold on to those pages. Not do them so I can show you guys how to do these on this video. Okay. God, my words are like not coming to me. All right. And we got a couple more to do. And now you see the pages are kind of browned out. I took some, you can take anything. You can take coffee, you can take tea, you can spray it on, you can kind of pour it on to kind of brown out your pages if you want to. I just want it to look a little more vintagey. So, I think what I did is I took some brown watercolor inks that I have. You can even do it with your sprays, your brown sprays. And just spray it brown, spray it with some coffee, pour coffee over it. What I've been using lately is some watercolor inks that we got from Hobby Lobby, and I pour into a little spray bottle with some water, and so I make my own like little coffee dye that I can just do right on, right then, and it won't spoil or anything because it's ink. So I love that. So if you have some inks and you can just put a little water in it and put in a spray bottle and keep it at your desk, that way you can age stuff really quickly. So that's what I do. Okay. Also, you can also take your Tim Holtz Distress inks and just rub them on here too, which I still may do that. Okay, so now we have the body, right? So there is the body, okay? All right, so I'm going to put that aside for now. And next, we are going to do the doll. Okay, you want to do it in certain steps because it just makes it easier. Like you want to do the hair last because the hair, it's just harder with all the hair already on the doll. So, just making sure I'm in frame. Okay, so I like to do, I like to put her jewelry on and her outfit. So let's do her top first. And I'm going to do her top out of some doilies. I told you guys in the past, I've always done a lot of work with laces and doilies and all kinds of stuff to alter things. So I have a lot of this type of stuff. So if you don't have doilies, go through your little scrap pile of stuff and see what you have that you can do what I'm about to do. Also, if you go to thrift stores and you see blankets that are crocheted like this, they're made up of all these little small doilies usually. Buy a crocheted blanket so you have a ton of these little doilies. I've been doing that for years. These ones I think I got from Olivia. Hey girl, I think. Or it might have been a blanket that I bought. I'm not sure, but it might have been Olivia. She gives me a lot of cool stuff too. Okay, so I just placed it on there and I'm going to hot glue it right onto the body. Okay. And this is going to be her top. And I'm going to hot glue it right on. And I'm kind of careful about how I do it because I want it to look pretty, like, like this is the top right here. So if you use a doily, just kind of make sure like these three little flower parts right here, they kind of blade in really nice. Okay, so then let me go ahead and put some hot glue here. And I'm just using hot glue. And let me show you guys something else that's super important. See this spatula I'm using? They have them at Dollar Tree, but I got this one from Daiso because my craft room is all shabby chic pink, so it matched it. I just bought this recently at Daiso. I absolutely love it, and I love how small it is. You know what? I like this better than the one I got from Dollar Tree. So the next time I go, I'm going to pick up another couple of these, one from my art studio space for my hot glue stuff. But it doesn't really matter the color or whatever. If you see them at Dollar Tree, get yourself a one of these silicone spatulas. And then that way too, the hot glue doesn't stick to the spatula. You save your fingers, which is the most important part. But I just really like how the size of this one is. Really like it. The thing that sucks about that, buying stuff at Daiso, is I live in Las Vegas, so it's only when I go on vacation. In certain parts of California have the Daisos, like San Francisco. That's where I've been mostly. But this last time I went, there's somewhere closer to kind of LA, but still not close. I think I was still 2 hours out from LA. Anyway, this little small town had a Daiso, and it was kind of like a very Asian populated town. It was really nice. They had a beautiful Daiso. It was the biggest Daiso I've ever seen. They had some wonderful Asian restaurants. I loved it. I really, really love staying there. Okay, then, so that's the top and the front. See, we glued it all down nicely. And now we're going to use the other doily for the back. Let's do it the same way. See a little string here that needs to be cut off. Can you guys believe we're doing this out of a Dollar Tree Barbie? And it doesn't have to be Dollar Tree Barbie. If you have some Barbies at the house that you guys aren't doing anything with, that your daughter doesn't want anymore, and you want to do something, use those. But I don't have any Barbies hanging around the house, so I get these Dollar Tree ones. And if you're liking making these Barbies and you want to make quite a few, or you want to make some as gifts, you know, for Christmas for your friends or for presents for people or whatever, pick up quite a few Barbies, because I notice they're not always, they're there most of the time, but there's times where there's not too many there, I've noticed. So I've kind of stockpiled myself with these dolls. I also have a video where I've done mermaids, which is it's a completely different process than this one, and you can check out that video. I'll try to link that to this one. If not, it's not too far below this video. So let's make sure I'm staying in frame. Yeah. And I would use hot glue. I wouldn't use any other type of glue, because you need instant adhesion with what you're doing. And it's going to stay on just perfect. Some people get afraid of hot glue. If you're using fabric or paper onto plastic, it'll stick and it will never come off. Now, if you're doing metal or plastic or something, metal to metal or plastic to metal or something like that, no. But this is fabric to plastic. It's going to stay on there really well. Try to tear it off, so you won't have to worry at all. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down. Now, when I painted the body, when I painted her that off-white vanilla, that like that off-white color, kind of a beigey vanilla color, I didn't go all the way down. I just went to, well, I kind of went to her knees, but you don't need to go down any further than that, because you're not going to, this is going to be, the body is going to be inside of the book pages. So, okay, so now we have her top, and that looks gorgeous, I think. Isn't that pretty? I'll bring it up a little bit so you can see. See, isn't that pretty? I love that. And then here's the top here. Look how pretty that looks. I think that's gorgeous. Okay. I'm working kind of far away from the camera a little bit, but I want you guys to be able to see everything I'm doing, and I'll give you guys close up as we go along. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is the jewelry, her necklaces and her jewelry that are on her. So I'm trying to decide. There is this bling mesh that you can get at Dollar Tree. This is fabulous to put on right here as a choker. That would be gorgeous. Also, I have this I got from Hobby Lobby. When they have the 50% off, you guys go pick up trims, laces, and all that. If you want to get in this type of work or any type of lace work and stuff, you need trims and laces and all that. Go there when they have half price. You're going to pay $1 and $2 for things. So this came on like a thing like this. That would be pretty as a pearl necklace too. So I could do that with the pearls. And then I have this, which is some trim I got at Hobby Lobby also, which I thought was really pretty. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. See, yeah, see how pretty that looks? So I'm trying to decide. I don't know. You know, I could come in a little bit closer. Just a second, guys. Let me bring you down a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I can still bring you guys in a little bit closer than that. Okay, so I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I think that is so pretty. I think I'm going to do this flowery necklace, because I think it'll look really pretty with the hair. And then I'll do diamond bracelets. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so then just kind of measure it out and see where it goes to. I kind of always go beyond where I measure to, so I don't ever end up short. Isn't that gorgeous? This is not cheap, this stuff here. It is expensive. Well, it's $8, and then only like half price when it's 50% off, it's $4. But you know what? It's so gorgeous. In my opinion, it's worth it. Okay, so we're going to put this on as the necklace. So what I like to do is I like to let me move my scissors out of the way. I like to put some hot glue, burn the crap out of her. Just kidding. Put some hot glue right on her neck. Okay, that sounded a little mean, sorry. And you put this down and kind of place it how you want it to look. Like I want that rose to be right there. There's like 1, 2, 3 little roses, so I want to make sure that that's like that. And then kind of hold it on, get it glued down. Okay, then turn her around and bring her to the back. Some little dabs of glue there. You could use your little plastic spatula thing, but whatever. On this part, it's kind of small. And then let's go ahead and add some more glue right here. Like I said, you don't have to worry. It's all going to stick. It's fabric onto the plastic. It will stick. It will never come off. Okay, so I'm going to let this adhere good. Now I could use this same fabric right here, or this same necklace for the bracelets, but I think I'm going to put diamond bracelets on her. Now let's suppose you don't have any of this trim that I'm talking about for the necklaces, for the necklace and for the bracelet. Then use this stuff from Dollar Tree. This stuff is awesome. This would make, like I showed you, this would make a great, this bling mesh stuff. This would make a great necklace and great for the bracelets. So just use that. Because some people are going to be like, I don't want to go spend, you know, $4 even on 50% off for that trim. So yeah, use what you have. I've used that this Dollar Tree diamond wrap a lot of times from Dollar Tree for the necklaces for these. And for the bracelets. I think I'm going to use it for the bracelets. So she has diamond cuffs. Okay, so that looks good there. So there we go with this. So I love this fabric necklace on her. Let me bring it up a little bit. Doesn't that look pretty? And that's what it looks like in the bag. Okay, so I think that looks gorgeous. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do bracelets. So now I need to decide if I'm going to use the diamond mesh, this gold diamond mesh, like this, or if I'm going to use the pearls. Or do I want to use this? God, that looks so pretty. Maybe I should stick with this fabric the whole time. Or should I put some diamond mesh? Sorry guys, if you guys aren't seeing, I'm just trying to look and see which one I want to do. You know what? I'm loving this. I'm going to go ahead and stick with this. But like I said, if what you have is the diamond mesh, use the diamond mesh. It will look gorgeous. This looks like a beautiful diamond necklace. I'm just not doing it because, I don't know, I wanted to try using this stuff and then I like it, so. Okay. And when I do a video, I'm always going to give you guys options because I do mixed media stuff. So, there's not going to ever be one answer to anything. If you don't have this, you can use that. If you don't have that, you can use this. There's always an alternative. And the alternatives, choosing something else because you don't have exactly what that person used, that's what makes your whatever you're creating makes it more original because you're using what you have on hand. So that's when you're going to be able to add your own style to it or your own version of it. Okay. I almost didn't cut this long. Remember I said how I always usually try to go over a little bit? Well, I didn't with this one. I almost ended up too short. I was real close to being too short. I gotta be careful with this. Ooh, I just said I gotta be careful. Okay, just a second, guys. Sorry, I'm a little off camera if I am. I have to kind of push this together because I'm a little short. But I'm not sure if I push it together, it'll be good. Just a second. Okay. Hopefully that's hot glued together now. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'll show you both of them when I get both of them on there, how it looks. Okay, just a second. I will see how I want to put this on. Okay. So again, a little hot glue on the bracelet, on the wrist. Okay. We're going to let that set up for a second. Let me just look at it real quick. Okay, just making sure that I was kind of set where I wanted to be set at. If you want, you can draw on the face and put like a little heart on the face. You could do whatever you want. I'm leaving my face just blank, but you could do whatever you want. I was thinking about taking some little tattoos that they have, those gold tattoos from Dollar Tree, and putting a little tattoo on the face, so I still may do that. I think that would look really cool. I think it'd be fun, like I said, to, instead of painting them, well, not instead, but also paint the dolls like a light baby pink. I think that'd be gorgeous. Or do like a Robin's Egg blue one. I think that'd be gorgeous. A Robin's Egg blue one, paint the whole body and the face that, and then have pink hair. Oh, I gotta do that. I think that'll be fabulous. Okay. And then let me go ahead and get some glue down on here. Good. And glue this in. Oh, and I need to give credit to somebody for this. Okay. Olivia Hernandez. Hey, girl. She sent me pictures of these dolls that look something like this. And that's what inspired me. And they were on Pinterest. And she sent me a picture. And if I can find out who makes these dolls, I think I can. She sent me a picture on Pinterest, or just, I think she texted me a picture. Anyway, I'll try to figure out where I got the idea from. But there was a couple different people on Pinterest that were doing these. And so that's where I got some of the idea of spray painting the dolls white. Well, in my case, kind of an off-white. And then from there, I just kind of looked to see what they did, and then just did my own version. So, I mean, I'm not sure how they did theirs, but that's where I was inspired. And Olivia girl, thank you so much for sending me those pictures from Pinterest, because I love making these dolls. I made her one. I made her one like this with white hair, so it looks very very vintage. And then so instead of pink hair, it's white hair. And I made her one where I get the Barbies from Dollar Tree that have the mermaid fins on the bottom, so they're mermaids. And I made a mermaid doll, and I sent her one of those too. And that's the video I was talking about that you guys can look at below. Okay, let me show you how this looks. It looks fabulous. Okay, so there's the necklace. Does it look cool? There's the outfit. There is the wrists. Doesn't that look pretty? I love it. Okay. So, next, let me look at my doll over here and make sure I got everything. I got the necklace, I got her outfit, I got the bracelets. Okay. So next, what we can do, I just want to try something. I was thinking about doing Oh, and I know I said that. Okay, this is plastic and this is metal, but I have hot glued these on to the wrist and to the neck, and they've glued really well, and I haven't had a problem. And I think that might be because, and I know I just gave a big old speech about that, because this is matte paint. It's white matte acrylic paint. It's not shiny, so it's like a primer, because it's a matte flat acrylic paint acts more like a primer when you're going to glue something on top of it than if you had it glossy. So because it's matte and flat, this stuff glues on just fine. So I lied about that as far as that goes. You can glue this stuff onto the body with the hot glue. Okay. Glad I corrected myself. Okay, I'm going to move her aside for a second. I made the wig out of yarn. Let me show you what I did. I took this yarn that I got from wherever. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. And I took, I think it was this one. I took a, like a little list pad, and just simply go like this. Around, oops, and around, and around, and around. Till you get about as thick as you want to get it, okay? Then you cut it here in the center, okay? So you do that. You cut it in the center there, and you end up with this. So you spread it out like this. Then, just a second, let me throw this back over here. Oops. Okay. So then what you do is you go to your sewing machine. And if you don't have a sewing machine, I'm not sure how you would do this. So if you don't have a sewing machine and you don't sew, what was I going to say? Go to somebody who does. You know somebody that sews. They can sew this up for you really quick. Because only thing you have to do, or if you don't have a sewing machine, go borrow someone's sewing machine. And all you have to do is it's a straight line. You just take the yarn, you lay it down. You find out where the half point is. So divide it in half. Then you find your halfway point. Put it down under the sewing machine and just simply go like this. And just keep going. And just keep going. Right over it. And then you have yourself a little wig. And see, there's a seam right there at the top. Okay? It's really super simple. Okay. I'm sure somebody can think of how to do this without sewing it, but that's how I do it. Okay, and then, and that's how you make your wig. So then we're going to hot glue this wig on top. We won't call it a wig. It's her hair. We're going to hot glue her hair on top. And I like to come over, I like to make sure it's over on the forehead enough where there's not too much forehead showing. Because I don't like a lot of forehead showing. But you do what you want to do. But that's what I like. Okay. So I have her where I want her. So I get it where I want it, and then I just kind of lift it away. And I start my hot gluing. Okay. Be careful, because you can burn yourself. Okay, so then let's put the hair back on. If my head gets in the way, sorry guys, because I have to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I like where it's at right there. Okay, so I'm holding that down. Okay. All right. So we got that, and then I need to put a little bit more glue right up here at the top. Because that needs to come down over just a second. There we go. Needs to come over the forehead a little bit more. There we go. Now you can leave her hair down if you want. You can leave the hair down if you want. I like to put it up because I think it looks very, makes it look more vintage. And I'll show you how I do it. It's so simple how I do the hair. It looks like it'd be really hard when I make the updo. It's so simple. Okay, just a second while this glues down. Okay, perfect. So now this is where we're at, okay? And then, oh, I also need to glue the back. Okay, so let's go like this and glue it down. I would put a little bit right on the edge here, on the hairline. You can put a little bit right there too. Okay. Okay, I know I'm out of frame, guys. Just a second. I'm looking at what I'm doing. Okay, sorry about that. So take your thing and kind of pounce on her a little bit so some of that hair connects to some of the hot glue. And like I said, you can leave the hair down. I mean, on some of them, I'm probably going to leave the hair down, but I want to put her hair up. Marie Antoinette. That's how these dolls look to me. Very Marie Antoinette style. In fact, I'm going to write that name down because I think that's what I'm going to put in my video. And it looks even more Marie Antoinette style when the hair is white, like I made for Olivia. Marie Antoinette. Okay. Aren't those pins gorgeous, you guys? Fabulous. These are everything. Got these at Dollar Tree. Ugh, obsessed with these pens. You guys, I ended up buying 10 of them. Not all at the same time, but every time I went, I could find a couple. I'd buy them. Crazy. Now I spent $10 on gold or copper pens with diamonds. Pink diamonds, teal, or like, yeah, teal. Pink and teal. I might have got a clear. Yeah, I got some clear. Anyway, back at the subject at hand. Okay, so now that's all glued on good. You know what? There's a little bit on the side. Let's do a little on the side here, right on the hairline. Okay. And before you do all this, kind of put the hair on the doll and see if you have enough hair or if you don't have enough hair before you even sew it. Kind of take the hair and put it on her and see if it's too much or too little. You'll get a feeling for it. Okay, so here's the hair here. It's all on here. I might trim this a little bit. You know, if your doll's gonna wear her hair down, you might want to trim it so that it's more even. Okay, but I wouldn't cut it short. Just, you know, trim it up a little bit at the bottom. But I like the uneven pieces because I'm about to make this into an updo. Okay, I have these clips that I got. They're really big, but it looks really cool with this style at all. I got these clips, but they're kind of small clips for a human. I got these from a local 99-cent store here. So always be looking for these things. You can get these for $1 at different dollar stores. I wish Dollar Tree would sell stuff like this, but they don't. But I do have a dollar store that sells it. So I'm going to try to use this one, okay? So, let me make sure. Okay, so what I like to do is I don't always get it the first time. I might, but I may not. Ooh, you know what? I see a little bit of somewhere I need to put some more glue. Just a second. I got to glue down some more hair. Thought I had it glued down good enough right there, but I didn't. Okay. Okay, that should be good right there. Hopefully. Yeah, that's. Just a second. Make sure that's glued down good and not seeping of glue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the doll's hair, I'm going to twist it. I'm going to twist it like this. You need a lot of length, so that's why I would make it the length I made it. And also, oh darn it. Okay, just a second, guys. Anyway, the hair needs to be long. So don't cut it if you're going to do something like this. Don't trim it all up. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the top here. And then I'm just going to clip it. And I'm not sure if it'll work out perfect the first time or not. Just a second. Is that going to work? Just a second. Let me come off camera for a second. I got to bring the doll up to where I can see it. So just a minute. I'll leave my pretty mirror there for you to look at. There, we got it now. Yay. Okay, so we got it now. So I think that looks really good. So this is what this looks like here. Okay. Love that. Now, see how you can see the stitch of her hair right there? What happened to me was I didn't catch all the hair. I didn't catch all the hair the first time, so I had to make a second stitch. But if you only stitch it once, it'll be so faint you won't even barely see the stitch at all. So I'm not really concerned. I don't really care. So, but the only thing I do care about is on the back here. Remember I was trying to hurry up and glue this down. I didn't have it glued down, so I need to re-glue this part here. And hopefully I can just bring the hair down over it. And it'll catch on. Yeah, I can. So just a second, guys. I'm going to bring this and glue this down again. Okay. And let me hold it on here and just take my time and make sure that it's really glued down this time. I was trying to hurry just for the video's sake, but I want it to look nice. And we're almost done, you guys. Isn't this easy? This is like not even hard. And this could be just for starters. You could do a million things to these dolls. You could do more things. You could do a tattoo. You could draw on the dolls. If you wanted to, you could paint in the eyes and paint in cheeks, or you could put rosy cheeks on her. You could do all kinds of stuff. But I have to tell you, when I saw this on Pinterest, I really like the dolls just being like an off-white, all solid, not painting in the eyes or anything. I thought that looked so just vintage. But my next one I am going to do it a real pretty pastel. I'm going to do two of them. One pastel-y pink and one robin zig blue. I think that will look really cool. Okay, so now that's attached there. Perfect. Okay, I think that looks gorgeous. Okay, so now, there we go. Oh, there we go. I think it looks so pretty. Okay, just trying to make sure you guys are seeing. There we go. And like I said, that seam that's right in the middle, you won't see that if you only sew up the middle once. I had to sew up twice because I messed up. If you're concerned about that, you could also, you know, take a little pink, light baby pink ink pen and kind of do something like that. I don't really care. So now let's take the book, and the book is the body, remember? So here's the book. I'm funny. I don't really care. If it was going to be a gift, I probably would have cared. But if it's going to be a gift, I still probably would just take a little pink pen and just make it a little pink or something. Okay, so there's the book pages, right? So let's take this camera back up a little bit because you guys need to see it from further up because I'm going to be working. Okay, I think it needs to be up further. Just a second. Okay, because I want to be able to hold this up. Let me bring my camera up a little bit more. Okay, so there we go with that. Now, what I like to do is move her arms up so they're out of the way of the glue. And I can see that I have a little bit of, I could do a little extra paint right there. See how the paint chipped off right there? I'm not sure when that happened, but okay. I will fix that. Okay, so then let me make sure you guys are seeing this. So now what you want to do is you want to take like 1, 2, 3 pages maybe, and 3 pages from the other side, and you're just going to glue it just like that, and that's going to hold your doll. So this will be her body, and also how your body will stand. Okay, so we got that where she's going to be at. Let's take some hot glue here. Go like that right on her body. Okay. And then you're going to do it again. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. Hopefully I'm on camera. Yeah, you guys are seeing this. So I put the hot glue there. There we go. And you know, I was going to do 2 pages glued on. You may not need to do 3. So we'll see. Yeah, we're just going to do 2. And then hot glue right there. There we go. And you want to place it so that it looks like about where it would be for where her skirt would end up. Yeah, I'm pressing her down a little bit more because it needs to be right at the hip area. Just a second, let me just see how this is working. Yeah, we're good. And then let's do one more. Just a second, guys. I'm just going to look and see what's going on. her body is tilting or not, or if it's going to be okay. Okay, so let me put these arms all the way up so I can see what I'm doing. All right, I need to add some more glue right in here. Hopefully I'm in frame. Okay. Okay, you guys are kind of seeing what I'm doing. Then I'm putting hot glue at the top of here. So you're just adding hot glue wherever you need to add it to make her stand up. Okay. I'm adding some hot glue up here in the front of her because it needs to hold on better there. Okay. So just kind of holding these book pages all around her body so that she sticks in the middle of this book. Okay. Just a second, I'm holding on to her. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. If not, you can imagine what I'm doing. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Okay. You know what I think too? Okay, just a second. This is not easy doing on camera. Oh, okay. I also needed to go like this. Okay, we got it. Okay, so then once you get her glued onto the body part, you need to form this right here and make it really nice and tight. And that's what's going to hold her in here. Okay? All right. I was sitting there going, wait, what did I do before? It's been like, I did this like a month ago, I think. Something like that. So I'm like, wait, how did I make this tighter? Like I said, I didn't create the idea. I saw I got inspired from Pinterest from when Olivia sent me the picture, but I created my own process of how I did it. So, and then this, because you know it looks like a book right over, this will go up against a wall or up against a bookshelf or up against a wall, whatever you're doing. So that's so that people don't need to see like what's in the back here. Okay, let me see if this is holding the doll in good. Just a second, guys. Move this out of the way. Glue strings everywhere. This is holding the doll good. I want her a little bit more this way or that way. Oh, I like it. That looks good. Okay, so now let me go like that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and try to show you guys again. Let me turn her around like I did before, so you guys can see how she turned out. All right. Let me see where you guys are at. Let me lift this up. There we go. Look how pretty that looks. Doesn't it look so pretty? I love it. Now I'm going to bring her up a little bit closer so you guys can see like the face and everything. So there is the face. And yeah, the face is just blank. There's the hair, there's that big clippy, there's the outfit, there's her hands. And she kind of just rests her hands right there on the book, on her body. which is the book pages. And like I said, this whole thing back here, just put it right up against a wall or put it right up against on a shelf, and it just looks fabulous. Now, there's another idea. If you wanted to like have this all the way around, I suppose you could take another book and add that other half of the book on the back of her, and it'd be perfectly round all the way around. I just thought about that. So you could do that too. But mine go right up against the wall or on one of my shelves in my room. So if you wanted to go on a shelf and go up against the wall or up against the bookcase, you probably wouldn't want to do that because it would stick out so far. But if you want it so that you can see it all the way around, go ahead and make another one of these and glue it right onto the back of it. So it's up to you what you want to do with that. So you guys, that is it. So that is how you make these vintage inspired, what did I say? Marie Antoinette dolls. So that's what I'm going to call them, vintage inspired Marie Antoinette dolls. So excited. I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. You can give this video a thumbs up. That'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And I think that's it, you guys. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.